Good morning, Ramon. Good morning, Teams team. It looks like Brett B is already having a party in the chat. So we're excited to get this show started today to make some more cash. We're going to do it. We're going to be rolling here today, Ramon. We got some NHL. We got some MLB. Got some other stuff. Nuggets came through again. I guess they're, I don't know, one game away?
Well, it's over, right? I mean, only one team has ever come back from a 3-1 deficit. The Denver Nuggets have basically won the NBA Finals, I would think, at this point, in the way the Miami Heat can't come back, and Denver winning on the road, something we like to we got it right. There's something we got right. We won't bemoan our baseball, but we were right on when it comes to the NBA Finals. Mindy, you gave the Denver Nuggets right here on the show. I gave out the under. So, there was something we did get right yesterday. So let's be proud. Let's be happy.
Right. Hey.
With that and Dermody got demoted.
That was all us too. We, we're rooting for the Guardians too hard there.
Get much right, but in that game where I said hopefully he'll get shelled and they'll kick him out of the league, and that's what happened. So we got that one right too. That was some news that came across yesterday. So hello everyone, and welcome to the Morning Steam with the Midwest Premier Sports Handicapper Mindy Hahn. I'm Ramon Scott. I'm going to preview that NHL Finals game and the big board of baseball and a few other sports. We can talk about just underway, the French Open women's final, Iga Swiatek in there, and Machova. Mindy, you asked me about that match. The news story kind of came out, regarding that match. Not necessarily a match fixing story, nothing like that, but in Machova's come from behind victory, certainly some of the thought process in that kind of went, because it was a kind of a victory where she kind of came back very late. I mean, it looked like she was going to lose in the match, right? But as it turns out, maybe Sabalenka, who's had a lot of controversy, she's basically the girlfriend of the leader of Belarus, and so a lot of attention has come her way in press conferences because of the war, right? Right, that's an awkward position to be. We think of these players; they're not shaking. Ukrainian players and Russian players are not shaking hands, more out of their own to protect their families and things like that. You don't want to send the wrong message. It's almost understood, even though if the players have a amicable relationship or a acknowledgement of the situation, nobody believes, and most of the players are on record saying, even Sabalenka has been forced to say, not in favor of war. I mean, kind of what you're supposed to say,
right?
But the fact that she's been in a relationship with the president of Belarus, so maybe she was about to win. She was dominant, kind of leading the match, and then because of all the attention, she hasn't gone to the press conferences. They've cut her out of the press conferences because too many questions from the media, probably inappropriately, actually, from the media about her personal life and what she feels about the war. And then Muchova ends up coming back. Anyways, they're underway right now in the final.
Controversy in tennis I did not even know.
Yeah, well, isn't that weird? I mean, that's a really weird. So, maybe, oh, look, I don't want to win this match because I'll be going to the final. Yeah, Iga's going to win. I mean, in fact, Muchova here is a 5-1 underdog in this match. But Sabalenka would have been thrust even more into the spotlight, playing in the prestigious French Open final, and she would have had to undergo. So maybe those points, not a gambling issue, maybe, but maybe it was just easy because she'd really been playing really outstanding, and it looked like, man, no one's going to stop. Even Machova, who I, came with in that match, but looked like Sabalenka was dominating. So it was kind of, strange. It
Yeah.
didn't really occur to me as such watching the match, but reading
Until a
about
little
the
bit
story
later, huh?
later, I mean, that story is, pretty well known, but then thinking about it like, oh man, maybe the pressure was really there to think in those last points, you might be shaking even because you know what's coming and tremendous pressure.
Yeah.
Let's say hello to everybody.
Hi,
I
everyone.
don't know if we're too interested in that story, but I always like to
Give
talk
us
about
the
talk
inside
about.
scoop, right?
Yeah, no, definitely. We'll take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com as well. But Mindy, the 108-95 victory last night for the Denver Nuggets, and the Heat. They had some moments. They tried to come back, get it within single digits, but never was going to be the case. And you said it now, on their way to the finals, Game 5. I think. While I was kind of pushing for, I thought 7 games, I think you were pretty clear in saying Nuggets in 5. Felt like
Yeah.
you said that.
Yeah, I said as soon as they get back to Denver, I think they're going to get this one. So we'll see.
And Ego wins that first game of the first set. They're underway. They're also today, I'll mention, we don't preview it here. I've thought about maybe bringing back the soccer show here on Tony's Picks because there's a big MLS schedule today. I love MLS. Maybe even get a package together. But today, Mindy, a big match. It's the final of European club soccer. So last week I was touting the Super Bowl of English soccer with the FA Cup, but today is the biggest of them all in club soccer in Europe, the Champions League final between Inter Milan and Manchester City. Manchester City, pretty significant favorite in this one. But it is on a neutral site. They're playing in Istanbul. So, maybe Inter Milan can find a way, but Manchester City with maybe the world's hottest player in Holland. And he's been just on fire. Man City looking great. So that game is today as well. And also super regionals. We won't preview any of those games, but I'll maybe find a pick here. I've already got a package there. Let's say hello to everyone. Get in. We don't have a lot of games to talk about necessarily, just 16 on tap. So, but there are a lot of sports today, though.
That is true.
The Belmont Stakes, if anyone's interested in the 1.5-mile test today for 3-year-olds. The final jewel of the Triple Crown. Hello, everybody. Stop talking. Show our comments. Here I am. Curtis was here in plenty of time, and Ron was here. Thomas and Nathan. Darren's here early. It's the weekend. And hey, Jeremy Bryant. Nice to see you. Maybe we've met. Maybe we haven't. Mindy, what do you think?
I don't think so.
Welcome then, Jeremy. Pleasure to have you. Obviously, you know what's going on here. A butterscotch and Brett. Is that the party or is that is it
Yeah, that's
out?
one I was like, it's the party. It's the party.
A party hat and a stack of money right there.
Right. Yeah, it was my mother-in-law's 80th birthday yesterday. So I had to sit outside with a whole bunch of cottonwood trees. It was horrible.
Oh,
the food was good. I'm really stuffy today. Allergic to trees, Ramon. I'm allergic to trees. All but a sycamore, and there's no sycamores here around these parts.
CTG here. Around here, we moved some palm. We planted some palm trees. I guess you could eat palm trees. I don't know what's going on, but that's what they do.
Oh,
my relatives, they eat.
Well, I guess there is the heart of palm, right? Like you see on the survival shows, like The Naked and Afraid, they eat the root.
Naked and Afraid. That sounds like my last date. Okay, Blake is here.
Caesars.
Oh, okay.
He said, "What hat are you wearing?"
Oh, yeah.
I can use my points to get fun things.
So either sign of a successful gamble. Could be after a bad they probably sent it to you after last night's picks.
Yeah, last night not so good.
We'll get them today. We'll get them. We need your help from the chat.
Come here, little pup.
Okay. Oh, Thomas. Okay, no problem. I can do that right away here. Let's get that done. And yeah, we're to get in there in the Discord. Well, hey, I did actually
come. I was a little bit mad. See right here? There's like little couple white strings. I was like, what? How do we get white strings in the gray hat? But whatever.
I tried to give out a winner in Discord yesterday. Gave out Oral Roberts and their 8-0 lead. That one went down too, with one of the biggest comebacks in Super
No
Regional
way.
history by the Oregon Ducks. Oregon wins it in a walk-off 9-8. And there's the Discord for you, Thomas. Hope to join you in there today. All right, and we got something right there in the CFL. Yeah, if anything, I'm hot in right now. CFL off to a pretty good start here, 3-1 in the first 2 games, and I'll have something tonight. Maybe I'll have a premium and one I'll give away here on the. I'll give the. Let's see, what did I do? Oh, I haven't even decided yet, so we'll. I have what I picked. I don't know which is the premium and which is not, so might just have to wing it there, or maybe I'm not sure it'll make premium today. Latifah's here today, but tonight it'll be Ottawa and Montreal in the 3rd game of the first week of the CFL. And last night we saw Winnipeg get off to a big lead. At one point led, Mindy, you'll love, CFL, they led 21-4 and then went on to hang on for the victory. They had it pretty much, I thought. So let's keep saying hello to Miles is here today. And okay, Fernando's out today. Yeah, I think he said he wasn't feeling well yesterday, I think, right? So Solo, hello.
To see whether or not he's going to show, because it was Fernando versus Ron. So I think maybe they're saying he's calling in sick because of that.
Okay. Did they have a challenge? Did they have a challenge game or
yes,
something?
They had the challenge games, a couple of them. It was a couple in what? I think the Nuggets game, and then I think there was some baseball out there too, if I kind of remember correctly. Yesterday was kind of a whirlwind. It seemed like things were going fast.
I don't want to be we don't want to be in fade mode at this point, but we let's just say we had a little bit better success, I believe, in the WNBA than we did in baseball. Let's see here. Just the regulars chatting in there right now, it looks like. Hello to Doubles and Sue as well. And Ash is here. We got the regulars in. We got about 4 dozen.
Twan looks like he made some cash, though, yesterday. I like it.
Twan's here today?
Yeah.
You said? Great.
Yeah. 100 times money times 5. That's right. I like it.
Hey, Gregory Davenport. No, I think Greg's joined us here before as well. Luis is here today. Hello, you guys. Thank you for being here. I was expecting we might lose a few viewers here today.
Yeah, we have one real bad day out of 20. It happens.
Well, no, but I mean, it definitely was an equivalent of, especially considering how our winning streak had been going. One day did wipe out a couple of days worth of winners there. Let's just say the way to me, that's the way it felt.
Those athletes just did not cooperate with us. That's all there is.
The bullpens maybe too. I don't know.
Right.
But we saw some pretty exciting. Yeah, we saw some exciting games yesterday. Schwarber with that big walk-off. All right. Let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com real quick and see who did what, because it's a short leaderboard for sure. Charles, hello as well. So I don't think we were the only ones, Mindy. Short leaderboard here today on the Pravi 4-2, Joseph Schultz 1-0, Daniel Woloschuk 2-1, Ralph Raymond 5-4. So, nobody's putting up a big day yesterday, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Nick Vartini, pretty good percentage here, 72% right now over the last 7 days, plus 1367. There's Vinny DiMichele, he's still hot. 1334. Tiffany's up a dime over the last week at 67%. Mindy, you're up there plus 941 units. Ralph, Nick, Joseph, Tony, T, Tim Irwin, and the GM, Daniel. Everybody's on this list. There we are. Everybody's on this list over the last 7 days but me, it looks like. And over for the last month, Mindy, you're still up there on top of the leaderboard, up a dime and a half. Right there, Joseph Schultz also up there. Our morning's team for the month, we're still in the profit, not panicking yet. So head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and our premium picks. We're going to give you a bunch of free winners, hopefully here in just a moment. Complimentary, as Mindy likes to say. And other than that, though, we do have our premium picks, our best picks over at Tony's Picks. And just to let you know, I've got a 3-pack already ready in the Super Regionals.
How about some MMA? We got that today?
Oh, yeah. I'll bring you that one, too, here in just a minute. Tim Irwin's got a pair of picks in the UFC tonight. It is a big card from Vancouver.
There it is.
UFC 289, Nunes versus Aldana. This was supposed to be Nunes, basically the trilogy, but the opponent for Nunes was suffered an injury, so Aldana steps in for that one. And Collins has a 7-pack in MLB. I don't know if Collins has been playing the college ball too much. So anyways, so Nunes versus Aldana was going to be Nunes versus Pena, but Pena suffers the injury, and we get this matchup. Still a good matchup, a 5th-ranked contender. And the thing with Nunes, she's in a situation now where they're getting a second child. They're adopting her, and her wife are adopting. They just got a second child, and she really talks about her family life quite a bit. And you wonder, for a fighter who's done everything that there is to do and made probably some pretty nice coin to go along with it, how much motivation she could have against a fighter getting a 1-month opportunity here, basically is what she got after Pena's injury, and she's been waiting for her chance, and she gets a shot tonight. So that's what's going on there. All right, let's go back, get ready for the show. Thank you, Thomas, and hopefully so. Let's get it going. All right, Mindy, we're going to start with, hopefully we'll just, we'll try to be more entertaining. Can't win. I'll get a little goofy. I'll get a little wild, Mindy. Everyone knows I can go off the rails sometimes.
Yes, right. USA Soccer, I remember that.
I don't know if you saw, I don't know if you saw last week. We'll get to the show in just a moment here. It makes me think of something. But last week there was a soccer tournament, Mindy, that was played, a 7-on-7 soccer tournament. That the field is a little smaller, and the winner got $1 million. It was a lot of professional club teams that sent, developmental players. Some sent retired players or older players, veterans. And there was one team that was sent was by the U.S. women's national team. This was an open tournament. They were the only female team in the tournament.
Oh, really?
There were no other females on any other team. They played a very popular club, or a version of the club. You might have heard of them because they're kind of in a reality TV, Wrexham. And this team of it was not the elite U.S. women's team, but it was several members that have played, or I believe one may be playing right now, but they're mostly older players or less developed as far as their progression, not their age. But they lost to the Wrexham team 11-0. Was not embarrassing necessarily, but was awkward, to say the least, the way that, because, the Wrexham players, they had, some guys were kind of overweight a little bit. They were not exactly in a big time shape, but they were putting a little bit of a clinic on the ladies, I must say. We're all about equality on our show, of course, but just so the ladies got rocked on that one, Mindy. Let's say, all right, let's get going here. We'll get right to it with the Stanley Cup Finals, Mindy. I don't know if we want to equate it to what's going on in the NBA. The Golden Knights could be the Denver Nuggets here if they could get this victory. The Panthers did the job. Hey, I had them, Mindy. I had the Panthers in the last game. So, look, these two teams, if you just go back, it's kind of a home-dominated series when they met in the regular season games. And the Panthers also, had never won a Stanley Cup game, of course. And this is their second trip to the finals, and they got swept in their first bid. So now they're 1-5 all time, but they're back at home, and I think that line's right. See what I have currently coming out at a major book here right now. It's about a pick 'em. I'd say it's a pick 'em. And this total is 5.5 over 20, maybe over 25. And the score last game was 3-2. So what's going to happen tonight?
Well, I thought it was interesting what happened there, Ramon. I mean, I thought that Vegas was going to come out and pull that one off. They were 2 minutes away from taking it, then allowed that goal. And then, of course, Panthers undefeated in overtime, right? Today, I'm going to go ahead and go with the home team. I think the tide turned a little bit in that game. I think this gave the Panthers a little bit of a chance here in this series to pull it out. So I don't think VGK bounces back today. I think the Panthers go ahead and take this. I mean, Bobrovsky had some really big saves in that game there as well. And also, I don't know if VGK can come from behind. I mean, they showed it a little bit, right? The Panthers got out to the 1-goal lead. They came back, but it just kind of seems like the momentum changed a little bit there for me. So I'm going to go ahead and go on the home team, taking the Panthers here today.
Well, this is awkward because I've already put in my premium on this game on the total. And so we're going to end up with a challenge here because I'm going to take the Golden Knights to win game number 4 here. Like I said, this is why I said yesterday or when we talked about the previous game that, it really seemed like that the Panthers had to work for every little thing, right? Even the call,
right? Because that
the late goal, the
always
overtime.
on the opposite side of the ice. Yeah.
And that maybe that's all. Maybe the same thing will happen, and they'll still get it done today. But it felt like that Vegas carried the play a little bit better, and I'm going to trust Mark Stone and the guys here. Maybe I'm a Vegas fan now. I don't know. Thomas Lewis, what is he saying here? Because
he didn't know if the total went through.
Oh yeah, no, it goes to overtime. It counts. But I saw him say that, and I was like, regulation tie. That might be actually maybe I should have went with a different play. We give sides and totals.
Right.
That's what we do here on the show. Maybe we'll do a first spot because these are the things that the products that we sell, if you will, here. On Tony'sPicks.com. So we kind of stick to that. But a regulation tie doesn't sound too bad. Could it go overtime and be another 3-2 final? I don't think that's out of the question. Solo says go under here. Schizo's here today. Panthers money line and under. Hello. And let's see. Blake, yeah, he's on with me. I think he likes Stone, or he's maybe, I don't know, maybe Coley's here. So, Twan, the match is underway. So, if you're going to get, like I said, Machova, she's already been broken once. So, you're going to get even a better price. I don't know what it is live, but I imagine it's probably 10-1 by now. Maybe I'll take a peek at that here. It's supposed to be the soccer segment. Yeah, she's 8-1 currently. Anyways, Mindy, let's see. Well, that's because there was no more opinions. Oh, Thomas Lewis, he does like the Knights here with me. Again, there's a big game and not a lot of opinion. But again, it's so closely rated still, right, Mindy? It's a toss-up, and it's exactly what it is. So you're not going to find many advantages every handicap. I mean, you could go out there and, be a rebel and say, oh, I like a 4-0 in favor of this, and that's fine. You can do that. If you're really honestly, objectively looking at this game, you would expect it to be extremely close, maybe not even knowing which team is going to win, and you have to pick a side, and you can be confident that maybe, hey, my team's just a little bit better than the team that I'm going against. But there you see Latifa. Yeah, look, I mean, again, that's how close it is. Minnie, we talk about, right, in the regular season, even because of the way overtime is structured, a pick 'em game on the puck line. I don't want to, Latifa's going to do that. That's fine. but minus 275. And in the regular season, that'd probably be 240, quite frankly. So, okay. Anyway, Darren, maybe here, VGK. I'm taking VGK. We're in a challenge here, and the winner doesn't. The loser will not show up tomorrow to the morning state. No,
will not show up on
we'll
Tuesday.
be here. We'll be here. All right. Anybody else? Last call. And just see some information coming in here. Just jotting some things down. All right. Looks like we're going to go to baseball. Everybody's in on the hockey game. And, maybe just a little gun shy again because of, who's going to win. I don't know. 3-2. I'll take Vegas. Mindy's on Florida.
Challenge, Mindy and Ramon.
Yeah, we never have a challenge on a big game. So
no, we haven't really done it. I'm ready.
All right. Maybe if we stall a little bit, we get these couple of games. Yeah, I think we got all the pitchers squared away finally here. But let's start it off.
I only had one TBD, I think, when I went through it.
Diamondbacks and Tigers start us off in this one today. And I'm showing right now that the Diamondbacks are down to about $1.20 here, 9/15.
Well, the Diamondbacks have a little bit of trouble with lefty pitching, so I'm going to go ahead and take the Tigers today on the run line. I know it sits at about minus 150. They have won 9 of their last 13 home games, and then I see Nelson. He gets hit, pretty hard here. And we've talked about Boyd a little bit with that inflated ERA, but he's had one of his better outings here in that last one. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the Tigers here today on the run line.
All right, Mindy on Detroit, plus a run and a half. After yesterday's game, the Tigers let us down, so I'm scared. I don't know if I can do it. Even with Boyd, not that I'm saying even with Boyd, he's got a garbage numbers at 5.5 ERA, but Nelson hasn't been much better really. And if anything, at least Boyd gets plenty of run support. So there's that. But I don't know. In Arizona, probably a little too public for me. Steam came in on the under here and at 9 and juice to the over. Is that right? I'll take the under. I'll take the under here in this one. Yeah, maybe these teams go over just a little bit, but I'm going to take it under here in this one. Nelson, 4.65 ERA in his last 6 starts. Boyd's got his ERA down to 4 in the last 3 starts to try to whittle down that 5.5 ERA, but Arizona 8-4 to the under in their last 12, and the Tigers 3-7 to the under in their last 10. I'll go under in this one, and this isn't hockey, so everyone has an opinion in this game.
Right. Right.
Yeah, we're gonna get voted off the island, Scotch, the loser of that one. Mindy and I aren't going anywhere. They'll have to void our contract.
Right.
The Tony and the G. We're not leaving. All right. Let's see here. Fernando, Tigers money line and the over. Here's run line for Miles. And Fernando's here, everybody. Come on. He says Boyd is decent. I almost want to agree. The numbers do not reflect that right now. I kind of don't mind Boyd. Butterscotch on Arizona. Ron says under. Solo will lay it here with the Diamondbacks. Fernando said yesterday, Diamondbacks, Luis Diamondbacks. And Darren's on the under. And let's see, Andy's on Arizona money line. Charles on the D-backs. Latifa on Detroit. This one's all over the place. And Twan here. Good to have Twan today. And maybe your Tigers run line with Mindy here at, what'd you say, Mindy, minus 160?
Yeah, it was minus 150, but.
Okay, yeah. Not too interested. No, can't join you. I'll just take the under in this one.
Sure.
And I'm not sure I'm comfortable with Arizona's road, but they are, playing pretty darn well, having won 13 of their last 18 games. They're also 18-11 on the road, and Detroit right now has lost 9 of their last 10. All right.
All right. Here we go.
The Marlins are on the road with Alcantara going up against Kopech. In this one, the Marlins are a slight favorite. It's almost a pick 'em though now. The action seems to be coming in on the White Sox. The White Sox don't perform well usually in this situation against successful teams. It seems like the White Sox are strong against teams under 500 and not very good against teams over 500. But they are seeming to take a little bit of action here in this one. It's basically a pick 'em. Maybe Miami is favored at a few spots. The total's 8/20.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea what's going on with Alcantara. He's so unlike himself. I mean, on paper, Kopech here, he's just the better pitcher, right? He has the better numbers. He does give up a couple home runs per game. That's his only issue. Other than that, he has the big strikeout numbers. Their K rates are about exactly the same. I just don't know what happened with Alcantara giving up 11 runs in his last 3 starts here. Gosh, I think I just have to go ahead and go with the White Sox here today. He's just been really, really hittable, and the White Sox have won 6 of 7, especially 5 of 6 of their last home games. So I'm going to go ahead and go with this White Sox team here today.
Yeah, and looking at, gosh, could I really? I'm not going to get a premium. Huh?
Yeah, it's tough, right? I mean, because I don't know, he's just so unlike himself this year. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and Kopech, just a 2 ERA in his last 4 starts. Chicago all of a sudden has won 7 of their last 9 games. Now that Miami came into this series pretty hot. Now they've won 11 of their last 15 games. So let's see what the chat has to say, and then I'll come in maybe here with a pick in this one. Fernando will be on the White Sox here, money line or first 5. Brett says go under in the K prop. Here comes Scotch with a premium here. Nerfy, 10. Sandy 10-1, huh? And no run first inning this year. So if anything, yeah. In fact, I thought it was 11-1. So that's impressive considering what his numbers are. And you mentioned him, and he's got a 5.4 ERA in his last 4 starts, and that's higher than his regular ERA. When will he show up? I think that's what I'm saying about it. But Miami, though, this is a pretty great. God, it's just a good situation for them. Mindy will be on the White Sox. I look at this. The total's 8. I can't give it now as a premium. I thought I saw an 8.5. I'll just go under in this one with the Marlins and the White Sox. Kopech's gone under in 6 of his last 8 starts. 6 of his 8 starts. White Sox have gone under in 6 of their last 7. Miami has gone under in 11 of their last 17 on the road. Sandy's been an over for sure, but I'll take the under. If you guys in the chat think Sandy is finally going to turn it around, well, he's had, it's weird because he has had a game or two where he's been his dominating self, but and they need him too. It's not like he's pitching. Sometimes when you're pitching for a terrible team, I guess you could go like, oh, what am I really competing for? But Darren wants Marlins in the under. Blake's on the White Sox. It was Solo who says Sandy will show up. Kopech, yeah. Look, everyone knows that Kopech should be a little bit better here, going into what's been going on. Charles says maybe the over. Fernando's on the under. Twan's on the under. Ron's on the under. They're all taking under 8.5. I can't necessarily. I don't think maybe there's some 8.5s. I'll grade myself at 8. Oh, Mindy, we got Rafe Johnson here.
I see that.
Reef Johnson.
Reef.
Thank you. Great to have you here, Reef.
Thanks for
Oh,
chatting. Appreciate it.
that is awesome. Thank you so much, Reef. Thank you. That is a great thing for you to say. And Mindy and I speak for Mindy. We are honored to have you, especially with that comment. 8 months, Mindy. We've been here for 10, basically.
Right.
So awesome, Reef. Thank you. Skitslow says over. All right.
I love SpongeBob. Sandy Cheeks.
Oh, is that a character?
Yes, it is. It's Sandy the squirrel. Come on, Ramon.
Not
You
a
don't watch
touch.
SpongeBob?
No, not a touch. Not a touch. All right. Mindy's on the White Sox and I'm on the under. Let's move on here now and take a look at the Reds and Cardinals. This one got a little bit out of hand yesterday with the Cardinals. I found a premium winner somewhere in there, and it was on the over in this game. But other than that, it wasn't too good. But in this one, we have Abbott. Look, I talked him up big time, and it was as advertised. He shut down the Milwaukee Brewers. Now he does have to go up this time against the Cardinals team that, well, they are starting. I don't know how you want to characterize it. Are they getting it together? They definitely are getting it together against left-handed pitching, I think. But in this situation against Abbott being a young pitcher, going on the road, still the Cardinals are starting to hit lefties. So this was a tough game.
Yeah, both of these teams have been rather inconsistent. It's just that you have the more veteran lineup there for the Cardinals. Mikolas has been pretty good. He's had 7 shutout innings there, especially versus the Reds last time out. And then, of course, you talked about Abbott making his second career start there. I mean, for me, it looks like we got a pretty good pitching matchup. Maybe some inconsistent bats. I know the Cardinals got to him, but it was Ashcraft. I thought I had the Reds on the run line as the premium. I know you gave them out on the show. I thought they were going to make a better showing yesterday. I wound up still losing, by 3 or so. I'm going to go ahead here and take the under. I think it's a good pitching matchup, especially with how Mikolas has been playing here as of late.
Oh, yeah, both. I mean, Abbott, then 105 pitches in his debut also. That was pretty impressive. He only went 6 innings, but the Brewers, the Brewers have had their ups and downs offensively. But Mikolas now in his last 3 starts, 0.9 ERA in those games. So Cardinals still have won just 6 of their last 17 games here. I am going to come in with the Cardinals here as my play on the show. Big price, $1. Let's see, is it $1? It's $1.65. I'll play the money line here. Look, I touted Abbott. I think considering what he was doing in the minors and for him to come up and have that great performance, it looked pretty good. I just have some reservations going on the road. Maybe the St. Louis teams, I don't know. Are they ever going to pick it up at this point? I'll take the Cardinals here. Pretty hefty price, so I never do a premium with that one right now. And I'm not going to lay a run and a half after losing two run lines yesterday as premiums. Not great. All right, let's see what everyone's got here. We've got Fernando on the cards. He does not like Abbott. So what's there not to like at this point? Maybe he was watching him when he was in his first 2 years in the minors and wasn't showing what he apparently has here at this point. Skitslow goes under. Charles says it's the Reds. And let me see, where is that? There we go. And St. Louis. Scotch went with St. Louis, everybody. Fernando on the under.
Traitor.
Reds here, maybe for Darren. Blake, first 5, St. Louis. Does he pitch slow like on the pitch clock? Because he's got a pretty good Reds for Luis. And CTG says, how about Reds run line? How about it? Maybe that is the call, actually. I don't know. I'm gonna just play the Cardinals. Mindy's on the under. We'll find a play here. we'll find a play here. All right. Oh, well, let's see. I don't think maybe we might. I think we might have the line. Let me see here. No, we don't have the line, but I think we have the
Okay.
pitcher. Joe Ryan, of course, against Francis here. My name. Don't call me Francis. And this one, this is Bowden Francis. He'll be making his major league debut. He's taking the place of Manoah, who, well, everyone kind of tiptoe. Give Tony credit, Mindy. He has been on Manoah's case for since we've been part of this. We're in Tony's picks throughout last baseball season and today, and now basically Manoah's been sent out to get in shape. Basically,
Yeah.
is what they've told him. What they've told him to do, and this will be Bowden Francis making his major league debut here. He was actually acquired in the trade for Rowdy Tellez and a few other people here, but really 27 years old, so he's been around a little bit. He's got a fastball in the mid-90s and a curveball and a slider as well. So we'll see what he's got.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and try this Toronto team today. What's that?
Yeah, we don't know. I don't think we have any line at all at this point. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's how I would go. Only because I feel like the Blue Jays are just kind of crushing, right-handed pitchers here this season. 274 batting average. So I'm going to go ahead and take Toronto today.
All right, Mindy, we'll take Toronto with the rookie here. I imagine there'll be an underdog here with Joe Ryan going up against an unproven rookie pitcher, even in the situation that this game is in, considering what happened last night. So let me see if I can just checking all the books right now. Yeah, see if there's anything out there that we can get into here. Otherwise, I'll probably just end up with the total here. Because I don't know. I mean, Ryan. Yeah, maybe Ryan's come back to a little bit, but still has a 2.76 ERA. Twins have lost 5 of their last 6 games, and Blue Jays have won 9 of their last 12. And of course, they are 18-12 at home. I'm sure that's a lot of what you're basing their potential success here in this game. I'll also add that the Blue Jays are 9-20 to the under at home this season, so I'll take the under. That way we get 2 plays out of it. Cool. We don't know what's going on necessarily with the line. I can't help you guys out. Did anybody comment at all what they thought the line might be, or have they seen anything? Let me get into the comments here. And so yeah, not even listed at FanDuel yet. Okay. Fernando, the pitcher is Francis. Don't call me Francis. Yeah, probably a bullpen game for them. Fernando will take the under. So no opinions here, looks like, from the chat. Just not a lot of info, but it's our commitment to make a pick. Well, the Padres are favored on the road with Ryan Weathers. Well, this doesn't look very positive. It did look positive yesterday for the Padres. They got the bats going yesterday and then held on for the win. So, but they'll send Weathers here against Freeland, and feels pretty uncomfortable as a road favorite. I don't know. Total here is 12/20.
I just feel like Freeland has just not been good. Ramon, 14 runs in 19 innings.
Well, same exact stats almost.
Padres also have the better bullpen. I think their chances are a little bit stronger here in this game today. I'm going to go ahead and take your Padres. I'm going to take them here on the money line. -130. I don't mind it.
Okay. Well, maybe look, maybe we're starting to see the right pot. I said right in the first preview of the series that maybe that Colorado is the type of place that the Padres need to go to kind of get the offense a little bit on track, and they did that yesterday with those 8 early runs to grab that lead and kind of coast there. I would think a little bit. So I'm just gonna. Take a look here. You mentioned Freeland. Look, 7.78 ERA in his last 4 starts. Colorado's just 2-9 in his last 11 starts this season. The Rockies have now lost 9 of their last 11. Padres, like I said, maybe getting it together. But Weathers, he looks like a carbon copy. He's got a 7.33 ERA in his last 5 starts and an 0-4 record. And in his 3 starts in Colorado, he's 0-1 with a 9.69 ERA.
Did you say 9.69?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Kind of reminds me of I was growing up in East San Diego, and if I ever got lost, the policeman was never going to believe me because I lived at 929 29th Street. All right. Look, these teams always go under, but yesterday was a slugfest. It was a night game, so I don't know. I'm gonna come in on the over here in this one as the Padres and the Rockies. These starters are performing that poorly. Maybe we can get an over. I've been Mr. Under in Colorado this year, no doubt. But after yesterday's, I don't know, what was it, 15 runs? So. All right, let's see what we got here in this one. Solo's on the Padres. And Blake likes it over. Fernando's on the Rockies. Luis is on the Rockies. Charles is on the Rockies. A lot of Rockies support here. And Butterscotch says he's got the over as a lock. Hey, all right. I didn't see that before I said it. So that's a good thing, I would think. I'm on it anyway. It's a good thing that Butterscotch is on it. Thomas says Padres have a good team. Well, you know what? I agree.
They do,
but I'm not happy.
That's why it's so disappointing, right?
If you set them out there and take a look at you remember what they used to call when you line them all up, the Dick Vitale, the all-airport team, right? Because when you see them walking through the airport, these guys could beat anybody, and then when you put them out there on the court, they look terrible. That's the all-airport team. Dick Vitale used to say. They look good in the airport, and they can't play a lick on the court. Charles says Rockies and under. Man, everybody likes the Rockies here.
Yeah, except for me, I guess.
Take Freeland in the under. Yeah, interestingly, Padres they are pretty good at contact. Hey, Bill Beasley's here. I just want to say hello to Bill here, and his picks are of a different game. But first, I've met Bill here today. So
looks like, is that Miami fan? Can't tell.
Oh, I can't tell on his avatar. I'm not sure. Could be Louisville. I don't know. Or
can't tell if it's old.
Hello to Bill. All right. We're on two sides. That's the one thing about our show, Mindy. You know what? If we don't agree and you get just one play, if we don't agree or if I'm pivoting off the game, you get 2 plays.
That's right. It's a win-win for everyone.
That's what you're getting in this game. Mindy's going to take the Padres. I'm going to take the over.
Yeah, Bill have to tell us.
That could be Miami. Just the uniform looked a little too red to me.
It's hard to tell, huh?
Ron likes the money burner. Twan's on the Padres. All right. We'll find a game, Mindy. We'll find a game. We need games. We need games. The Mets and Senga going up against the Pirates and Oviedo in this one. Well, we had a winner yesterday with the Pirates. We had one winner in there somewhere with the Pirates, and we even had to go. Look, I said yesterday, we know the line flip-flopped there after the show, And I told Mindy, remember in the show, I said, you know what, I like them on the money line, and you liked them on the run line, but let's just take them just on the safe side. The line flip flop. We took them on the money line. It didn't matter. It was the biggest blowout of the night.
Right. Huge blowout. Huge blowout. So yeah, for me, I'm going to go ahead and come back on that Pirates run line here again, sitting at about minus 140. I know Singa's been, decent, but his splits are bad. He's not so good on the road. 6.12 ERA, 6 walks per 9 innings on the road. I think the Pirates can go ahead and take advantage of that, play some small ball, get some runs in. Taking the Pirates on the run line.
And don't forget, no Alonso. So I'm coming back, and we'll take him again. We'll do.
All right, there we go. Our first play, the Pirates.
Yeah, minus $1.50 or so. We'll take him. I'll take him on the run line with you. I like him on the money line again. You mentioned it. I mean, hey, Oviedo, 4.29 ERA this season, but how about 2.93 ERA in his last 5 starts? He's looking pretty good. Pittsburgh now have won 7 of their last 9 games. The Mets have lost 7 straight. We already made fun of them. I don't think I got to make fun of them, actually, when they were talking about Showalter a couple nights ago after getting swept by the Braves. He did, fall under some heavy criticism after he basically told the media he was proud of his team and their effort. I don't have a problem with that, but unfortunately for Buck Showalter, you're managing the New York Mets, not the Kansas City Royals. So you're on a losing streak. Maybe you should be a little more docile or self-deprecating on the team's performance right now. Otherwise, you might be, I don't know, Buck might not get another job after this one. Not that he's not a Hall of Fame manager, or, well, maybe just a very, 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 very good manager. I don't know if he's Hall of Fame manager. You guys can tell me in the chat, but getting a little old, so I don't know if he'll be getting another job, if you will. So I don't think he's in trouble here yet or anything like that, but it just, the comments did get a lot of criticism there for that. So let's see here. If we got Blake on the Pirates, Butterscotch on the Pirates, Senga over in the K prop. Yep, Ron, Pete's out with that injury. Got hit in the hand or the wrist area. Looked like right in the back of the hand. So on the injured list, and that's not what you want. One of the top sluggers in the game, and you're on a losing streak. Solo on the Pirates. Here's Miles, Pittsburgh money line. Darren on the Pirates. We've got lots of support on this one. Mindy and I. There is a little bit of Mets action here. Let's see, who was it? Skitzlow is on the Mets and the under. And Luis is going to have to fade those Mets. He'll take Pittsburgh. Ron Hahn, Pittsburgh, first 5. Feels pretty consensus-y over here. Fernando on the over. Yeah, I don't know if he's that crazy, Brett. But let's take him, Mindy, as our first pick.
All right. Took us long enough.
Well, we won with him yesterday, so why not? All right, the Dodgers and Bobby Miller. Wow, Bobby Miller. How do the Dodgers do it? Going up here against Aaron Nola. Is this Aaron Nola? Is it, underachieving Nola? Is this really what Nola's about? Really struggling here last few outings, Mindy and Bobby Miller. At this point, got another Dodger, a Dodger stud out there. Got to be some positive regression somewhere, I would think. But I don't know, pretty good numbers.
He does have really good numbers, right? His last one, 1.8 ERA on the road. Aaron Nola, he's 3.03 at home. I kind of feel like, though, Philadelphia's been doing a little bit better at home, maybe clicking here a little bit. It's tough again. I like the Dodgers at this price, but I think I'm going to have to go on the Phillies here again. I'm going to take them here today. Phillies have a little bit better bullpen. I think they're a little bit more rested here as well. I'll kind of take that Phillies team on the money line.
It was a great game last night between these two teams, and Schwarber hitting the bomb to win it. So great job by the Phillies in that one, and they got it done. So Dodgers just 5-9 in their last 14 games. Interestingly enough, Nola I mentioned 5.68 ERA in his last 3 starts. The Phillies have now won 5 straight. Miller, pretty terrific so far. So.
Right.
That was the 3rd time this week they've lost on a walk-off.
Right.
So,
With the two versus the Reds, right? Yeah.
yeah, think about it. That's got to be a little bit frustrating at this point. See what the chat has to say here. Here's Butterscotch on the Dodgers. Ron Hahn, Dodgers and Miller. Yeah, I figured Mindy might try her to say Philly. I figured the chat might still be on the Dodgers here in this one. Steam kind of came in on the under here. It's now 9 under 25, as I said right there. Pretty much a pick 'em. And that number, I don't know. I know we saw a lot of runs yesterday. What Brett said here, a lot of value here, he feels like, on that K prop. And how about Ron says Miller to go over? Luis says take the Dodgers. I'm going to try the under here. I'm going to tail this steam a little bit. It came in at 9. It's still 9. It's heavily juiced. I'll take it, though. I'll chase this steam. Probably should have. I kind of faded the steam. You know, I get accused. There are people out there. I don't know what I want to call them, haters or whatever, but I got some detractors. I get emails. I'm a steam chaser, but last night I should have chased it. Should be chasing a little more. The steam's been coming through of late, and I've been a bit contrarian. Maybe I've been a little bit too public. And I shouldn't be. I should be Mr. Contrarian. So, I mean, I've got some great contrarians here in the chat. You know who you are. I should be listening to you. I should be listening to Mindy more right now. So, all right. Mindy will take the Phillies, though, and I'll take the under. So much for listening to you guys. Or, well, we'll see. Any more opinions on it? Here's Ron G. First 5. Hello, Moneyline. Good to see you.
Moneyline Mills.
Yep. And Thomas says, respect the move. And one thing I did type in yesterday as I watched the drive-through, they were talking a little bit about it's kind of why I ended up, I think, on Miami, because in big games, I do follow the moves a little bit more sometimes, and maybe I did last night when trying to come back with Miami. But I always say, follow the moves. Follow the moves. You don't have to take them, but just make sure you know what they are. And because we see people talk about value and everything, and you're still willing to lay $2 when the line was 1 cent. You can. All right, Mindy, let's continue on with your club. The Royals coming up here against the Orioles. And it's going to be Singer and Irvin. This one's down. Yeah, $1.45, 9 over 25. The money's pouring in on the Royals.
Pouring in. Yeah. Hey, the Royals got that money on the run line yesterday. I think they can do it again today. I think 2 in a row here getting some cash for me. Singer versus Irvin. I think we finally got a good matchup here for Singer. He's been maybe getting back into form a little bit, I want to say. Still has that elevated ERA, right? 6.97. But Cole Irvin, look at him at home, 9.35. And then the Orioles have been kind of struggling to score, right? It's been the Royals here that they've been getting it more done here. Casey lineup, they've had 32 home runs and 27 day games. So look for the Royals and some firepower here today. Taking those Royals on the run line. Don't trust them on quite all that much, Ramon.
Well, I mean, Irvin's nothing special, right? I think we can conclude that. Maybe the Orioles a little bit thin at this part of the rotation. I mean, he has a 10.66 ERA in the, I believe, right? we mentioned because he went back down, right? He went back to. He's been solid in AAA, but up here in the majors, he hasn't been. So gets another chance here in this one, and Singer has won 3 of his 4 road starts. He's got a 4.1 ERA in his last 5 starts. We know the Royals have some bad marks on the road and with winning, but and the Orioles are very solid. I don't know. Kind of looks like feels still a little bit cheap. I got burned with them yesterday, though. You liked them. You took them on that yesterday, and I end up with taking the Orioles on the run line for some reason. So at least I'll be getting a cheaper price here if I do take the Orioles again. It's hard to come back with a premium when you just got beat with them.
Right.
But I'll probably look. I know these are some. I don't know, man. These are some monster ERAs on these guys right now. So, man, feels like I'm gonna. Here's the thing: this team came in on the over. These teams always are going under right now, but I don't know with these 2 starters. Ended up at 9. What was it 5-4 yesterday? I'm trying to.
No, 3-2.
3-2. All right, maybe it'll happen again. Because I mean, these teams always go under. It feels like anyway. So, All right, I'll try
the bats today, Ramon. I like the bats today.
You do, I know. I'm gonna go under. I'm going under. You guys, maybe I should have went to the chat first before I made the pick. Yeah, I think we could agree there. Singer's better than Urban.
Yeah, you got overs and unders.
Ron here on Baltimore. Blake, tell me, maybe Blake wants some college baseball, and maybe Blake pick a game or 2 at the end. I do have some premiums, so maybe pick 1 or 2 or 3 games, and I have other plays ready to go, and I'll give those out, whatever Blake says. And wait till the end, though, Blake, and that's how we'll run the college baseball here today. Maybe I'll just give out your request. Since I gave you that loser with Oral Roberts, actually went to bed. I missed the walk.
You're like, I thought I had it.
One of them was they were up 8-0. Actually, it was 8-6 by the time I went to bed, but it was just too much for me. All right, Baltimore for Ron here, and FKD is here today. He likes Baltimore, and here's Steve on the over. Butterscotch says go over. Blake likes over. I should have waited. Fernando's with me on the under. He's my
that's what I said. Then you get some unders coming in. A little bit
Contrarian
of
brothers get slow. O's money line and under. Michael Thompson, good morning. Here's my pick. Royals over. Luis, O's and over. Money line says the Orioles will win. Lazzy Love here today. First 5 over for CTG and Jamail. Hello to Jamail. Now, I know Jamail we haven't met before, and welcome. I know you don't have a pick here on this game, but I want to say hello to you and put those first 5s up there. Thank you to Jamail. Obviously knows what's going on here. First-time commenter, I'm pretty sure. If not, tell us how long you've been with us. Great to have about 3 people here, Mindy, so far.
I know. It's awesome.
They've been around. Darren says Orioles and under. And Moneyline talking about the Oregon comeback, or he's talking about my kidneys, which are going to need to make a comeback after as much Pepsi as I drink.
Maybe the gallbladder, something like that, with all the pizza.
Yeah. I need my organs to make a comeback. All right. Just teach the money line. You're the man. We love you. All right. Mindy, we're not getting too many plays together, but maybe I'm just a little bit gun shy off of making some bad.
I'll get it, Ramon. I'll get it.
It was me. It was you. I mean, we know how the show works. So here's the Nationals today. I'm kind of glad we got some of these other sports other than my major league picks right now. So I'm hopefully we're gonna crush college baseball. We're gonna crush the UFC and some other stuff as well. I'll have major league, but never gonna. Yeah, remember last year, Mindy, I said, I'll never stop firing on Major League Baseball unless they ban the shift. Well, they banned the shift, and I'm still here. The Nationals and the Braves here with Gore and Schuster. Tony had it right yesterday. I was like, hey, I like the over in this game, and that never had a chance. Tony said on there, I don't know why everybody's taking the over in this one. He loved the under, and it was an under with Gray and Smith Shawver. But today we've got Schuster, a pretty big favorite here. He's been a money burner, so to speak, so far, but he's still $1.75 here against Mackenzie Gore, a couple left-handers, total 10 under 20.
I mean, why do I want to back a money burner, Ramon? I'm going to take Mackenzie Gore here today. I'm going to take the Nationals. I'll take them on the run line here, about minus 125 or so. Gore, the better ERA. Less walks, more Ks per 9 inning, 13 compared to 9.2. I have the Nationals putting up about 4.83 runs per game, only allowing 4 on the other side. So for me, I don't want to, burn my money. I want to keep it in my pocket. I'm taking those Nationals here on the run line.
All right. I got you. No, I like Gore too, but yeah, both of these guys actually haven't been too great with returning money for their backers. The Nationals are 1-9, and Mackenzie Gore's in his last 10 starts so far this season. He's only had 12 starts. The Nationals have lost 8 of their last 10. It's going to be hard.
It ain't so, Ramon.
It's a bed with Mindy on the Nationals. Atlanta's won 7 of their last 8. Schuster, 3.18 ERA in his last 3 starts after kind of a slow start. Still has a 5 ERA. And Gore, respectable at 3.66. He's been consistent. Definitely not gotten the run support. That's all there is really to it. You put him on any other team, he'd probably be doing a little bit better at this point. I'm still a fan. Everybody – this was supposed to be our guy in San Diego to come up and, again, he's probably on target here. Like I said, he was just on the fast track more in San Diego. So Steam came in on the under here in this one. Do have the Braves having gone under in 6 of their last 9, but Gore has gone under in 9 of his 12 starts. So I think that's the way I'm going to probably head with this one. I'm going to take the under here with Washington and Atlanta. All right. Well, the big series I'm sorry. Let me go back. I'm sorry, guys. This is about you. It's not about us. Let me make sure we get our comments in here, Mindy. I'm sorry about that. Fernando on the Nationals. And he's also on the under. Blake on the run line with you here. First 5 Washington for Ron. Luis on the over. Ron on the under. Scotch, Washington. Run line, first 5. All right. Thanks, guys. Sorry about that. I was ready to get on to this big game right here with the Rangers and the Rays. We saw what happened yesterday, Mindy. I think we tried to get with the Rangers in that one, right, on the run line, but it was up to Tampa Bay and Glasnow. Wow. I mean, we already said it once, if Glasnow is going to be back to form rather quickly, and I don't know. I think he might be after seeing yesterday. So here we have Bradley. Is he our guy that doesn't pitch well at home?
Bradley, yeah, he has that 6.43 ERA at home. Then you got Evaldi, right? 1.49 ERA. Hasn't given up a home run yet. Rarely puts any runners on base. And then you have Taj Bradley there. He's also a guy that doesn't really put anyone on the base paths either. But I'm going to go ahead and go back on the Rangers today. I just think, again, I think they should be good enough here to get this one, especially with Taj not pitching well at home. Going with the Rangers.
Okay. Mindy on the Rangers here with the Evaldi. Yeah. 0.68 ERA in his last 7 starts. Wow. Very impressive. Bradley, yeah, struggles at home. That's so interesting. Tampa Bay has won 8 of their last 9. However, we know Texas has been on fire, and They, came into the series wielding those hot bats. See what the chat has to say here in this one. This is a good game.
Yeah, the bullpen's a little weak for Tampa Bay right now, too.
Say it again, Mindy.
The bullpen's a little weak for the Rays right now, too. Closer's out, I believe.
Yeah. Well, they had to. They went with an opener. It was basically 7 innings of relief work. Let's see here. In the prior game, in 2 games, Fernando, Rays on the money line. Ron here, Rays on the money line. Brett's got the K props for us. Solo says Rangers, Blake, Texas first fly, Butterscotch, Texas money line. Probably a mixed bag here, I think, in this one. Yeah, for all of Eovaldi, yeah, they don't. Let's see, 8-4 in his starts this season. Thomas says the Rangers here. Michael Thompson says Texas money line. Ron G's on the Rangers as well as Luis is on the Rangers. I'd say the Rangers are getting the attention of the chat along with Mindy here in this one. That's the way it kind of looks to me. I like Eovaldi. I like Bradley. I'm not worried. I think it might be. I don't think he's necessarily, I'm at home. I don't pitch well. I don't know what it is, but I think he'll continue. I'm going to go under in this one, under 8, Rangers and Rays. Athletics and Brewers, the red hot, the A's. Oh, man, we love the A's. Oh, they could turn it around. Here they do have Blackburn, which is a good sign for them. His numbers aren't good yet, but I probably wouldn't be too worried. We do want to see him. He's coming off a layoff, but not for this start. I'm just talking about as he has resumed his career here. A couple of games. He's made 2 starts so far. Mindy will give us the scoop on it, but still the Brewers are a big favorite here, $1.75, and the total is gone up here to 9. Oh, let me see here. 9 over 25. About close to a 10-cent move, I would say.
Yeah, I think I'm going to head to the over in this one as well. Ramon, you talked about Blackburn, right? 6 ERA overall, but a 9 ERA on the road in Tehran. We don't really know what we're going to get yet with him at home. Hasn't pitched at home yet. So again, I think it's going to be interesting to see. I know this A's team, they really don't get shut out much, right? They're always putting up 2-3 runs a game. So a lot of it's going to depend on, if the Brewers can go ahead and hit. Brewers are putting up 4.34 runs of offense. And I do think that they can probably get to Blackburn here today. So I feel like the bats are going to come alive a little bit in this one here as well. A's not going to have a problem scoring here today, just like yesterday.
Is that so A's run or
no? I'm going to take the over total. I think the A's are going to be able to hit, and then of course I think the Brewers are finally going to get their bats back together versus a guy here with a 9 ERA on the road.
Okay, well, like I said, I want to give Blackburn the benefit of the doubt here as he gets rolling, but in this total we're starting to see it go up. So pretty sharp move did come in here within the last 45 minutes or so to take it up 10 cents there. Funny you mentioned the A's. They find a way to score some runs here and there. They don't get shut out, but you know who does get shut out? The Brewers. When Julio Teheran has started so far in his 3 starts, they've got shut out twice. So he's 1-2 with that very low ERA so far. Now I don't know if that's Mindy's obviously predicting that is not going to happen here. I did lose a premium yesterday trying to go with the Brewers, so I'll go with the Brewers today as a complimentary play on the run line. Come on, we're still fading the A's, aren't we? At this point, I know Mindy might not be sold just yet on Blackburn. I think he might be okay, but until he maybe gets it going, let's see what the chat has to say. Fernando says A's run line. Over for Blake, over for Fernando. Luis says Brewers run line. Butterscotch on the over here. Charles will take the Brewers, and Skitzlow will take the run line with the A's. I'll take the Brewers on the run line. I'll try them again. Swinging A's. Where are they going to go? Where are they going to end up? Or will they end up in
Vegas?
Well, no, I don't think so now. I mean, I don't know. I think it's a lot of gamesmanship by the politicians, maybe. But maybe they'll end up with Blake. Who knows? Maybe they'll just rot away in the Big Al Stadium. Well, the Astros and Guardians had a wild one yesterday. It was the longest game of the season.
Was it really?
14 innings.
Okay.
14 innings. Don't I know we're never going to get away now from putting the runner at second base. The old, I think they used to call it the California rule in softball when they did that, when they put the runner at second. But anyways, I don't know, with the way that the game is structured now, considering the increased runs, why couldn't we get rid of the runner at second base? Still, it took them 14 innings to decide this game yesterday between the Astros and the Guardians. A pretty good game. And Tristan McKenzie getting a lot of respect here as a favorite. The Guardians are starting to swing the bats a little bit better, so maybe that as well. Maybe odds makers, sharps, experts like what they see in McKenzie, because France hasn't been awful, that's for sure, and the Astros have been, better than the Guardians. So, are we going to start to see McKenzie right back to form?
I really like McKenzie. I think he's a pretty cool guy. Like, I love his form. I like his high leg kick. I like his wrist action on the ball. I like his tall stature. I think he's really, really good. And I feel like he's coming up against a Houston offense here that's gotten, I don't know, ice cold. Only 5 runs in 3 games, and then Alvarez is out. I think it's going to be tough here again for the Astros. I'm going to go Guardians here on the money line.
Pretty solid stuff there from Mindy Hahn, talking about McKenzie. And look, he's got all the parts. First start against the Twins, 79 pitches, 5 innings, looked pretty good in that game. Certainly, Guardians certainly heating up. They've won 9 of their last 14 games now. Yes, Alvarez out. Mindy gave it to you. Mindy laid it all out there with this situation. Houston, they've lost 3 of their last 4 right now. Nothing wrong with France other than he doesn't get run support. And,
that's kind of the name of the game, isn't it?
Well, they're 2
his
and 4.
ERA is 1.04. On the road, so he's pitches well.
Yeah, and they're 2 and 4 in his start. So. Look, we're not getting too many games, but let's take the Guardians here. That's what we're doing, right?
Yep.
Yeah, let's take the Guardians. What's the we gotta pick. Sound the alarm. What are you guys doing in the chat here in this one with the Astros? Fernando's with us here on the Guardians, and Scotch is on the under. And Blake says he's got this game going under. Fernando wants the over. Luis is on Cleveland. Michael Thompson on Cleveland. And looks like maybe a little parlay here for Fernando. He takes Guardians. Right. And Steve Fallow here today, and he likes the Guardians. Charles Sharp on the Guardians. We've got a consensus play. Cleveland here. Feels pretty good. Yesterday, maybe we were going to the few games where Mindy, we were on some games that were mixed results, I thought, in the chat. So Ron G says Cleveland first 5. But in other words, I think the chat may have had a few more. Maybe we should have paid him better. Well, maybe I should have. But Cleveland first 5 and McKenzie to go over there. Okay, we're on another play. Oh, we need more plays, to be honest with you.
We're running out of games.
Yeah. Here's the Cubs and the Giants. The Giants will end up here with their standard opener in this one, with Jake Junis likely to follow. The Giants are getting heavy action here in this one, Mindy. I think this was the opener. and now they're up to $1.50. The total's 8.5 over 15.
Well, Ramon, I thought it was going to be an easy victory for the Giants yesterday. Not the case.
Mm-hmm.
But the Cubs here are still 2-8 in the last 10 meetings here between the Cubs and the San Francisco Giants. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and go back on the Giants here again today. I still feel like, the Cubs are hitting 171 in June, and the Giants bullpen, I think they've been pretty good, and I think they hit consistently as well. I'm going to go ahead and go back on the Giants today.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Giants with you in this one. I don't know. I thought the Cubs might end up being a public side here, but I'm not so sure. Hendricks a 5.87 ERA in those 3 starts you mentioned. So Giants, maybe we know they've been playing a lot better. Maybe they've given just a little bit back of late, but Cubs just 2-5 in their last 7 right now. 4-11 in their last 15 on the road. I thought I was being sneaky with a premium at $1.30. So let's just take the Giants here at $1.50. Things obviously went up 20 cents. I'm going to peek at the odds screen here a little bit and just make sure that I wasn't wrong on that opener. It wasn't, no doubt about it. It opened, some Circa even opened at $1.28. A couple of offshores did. So now we're looking at $1.50. Pretty strong move. Is there some injury information I'm missing here? Let's take a look at that too. No, not necessarily. So just action on these, maybe off of yesterday. I don't know. Let's take them here. What are the chat? Not too hot on this game, it looks like. Luis is on the Giants. Scott is on the Giants. Fernando on the under here. Hello to C. James and welcome. There is Michael Thompson on San Francisco. Doubles is on his Cubs. That's fine. Here, Blake Giants first 5, and hello to Matt D.
Sleeping in after the Nuggets victory.
Red Sox and the Yankees. Houck and Herman. Yankees $1.20 here. They never got it going. I lost a premium with the Yankees yesterday.
So
thought the price was good, and here they are with another, good-looking price, but pretty scared now, I think. I don't know. The Yankees $1.20, 8.5 over 20. Not seeing a lot of line movement on these totals like on the weekday.
Well, the Yankees are not going to lose 3 in a row, right, Ramon? I mean, when this series began, the Red Sox were 2-13 in Yankee Stadium, dating back 2-3 years ago. But I think, Tanner, he's had a kind of a rough year. I know that we're still missing Judge and stuff, but I'm going to go back with the Yankees. I think they get it done today.
Okay, yeah. I mean, hey, it's a premium when we agree. I mean, it's not like, we're, backing down from the Yankees here. I really like the Yankees, quite frankly, and I love this price. It's just, it's just tough when you come off. You guys know. I mean, we're not just making it about the premiums and all that. I mean, it's anybody who goes to the well with one team and you want to come back because look at this price. It's $1.20. Herman a 2.81 ERA in his last 3 starts. He's got a fine ERA this season, 3.69. Houck, he's consistently bad, 5.46 ERA and a 6.14 ERA in his last 7 starts. 0-5 in his last 7 starts. They've 5 straight losses with him on the mound. Red Sox have lost 12 of 18. We're on the Yankees. I mean, good luck to us. Baseball, yeah. Anything from the chat here? There's Luis on the Yankees. Butterscotch says he will go with Herman here. Song Kim, nice to have you. Hello, welcome to Song Kim. Nice. Great to have you. obviously knows what to do, puts the play up there. Fernando's on the Yankees. Money line does take the Red Sox here. Fernando says that Herman's going to get lit up. So, hey, look, Devers had that homer yesterday. The Red Sox did a pretty good job. They've got the clutch home runs. The game almost had an October feel to it, really. It was Red Sox Yankees, but it was a fun, exciting game. Definitely had one of my featured screens going. Yankees first five for Blake. Steve's on the Yankees money line. So is Michael. All right, we're on the Yankees.
Here we go.
With the Yankees. If we couldn't do it alone, we'll do it together, Mindy. We'll take the Yankees here. Maybe better as a consensus play than a premium that we had. Okay, we saved the day here with a few picks. Maybe we'll get one more out of this one.
Woo!
Here's the Mariners and the Angels in the nightcap with Patrick Sandoval. Here he's down to $1.30, 9 over 15. I'm also seeing some 9 over 20s. The move has been on Seattle, or should I say the wove? 139 over, I'll call it 9 over 15 still, but I do see a couple of 9 over 20s out there.
I'm going to go on the Angels again, Ramon. They just keep finding ways to win. I feel like the Mariners got off to a good start. Let that slip away again. They've just been struggling at the plate. Got to go ahead and take the home team here today in this one with the Angels.
I feel like the public wants to. I don't know if it's the public or the sharps or what. I mean, I don't see any steam here, but I mean, 130 is just making it too good to pass up with you, and I'm going to have to do it. I wasn't necessarily leaning one way or the other. In fact, I was maybe ready to come in. I might actually switch a premium here to the total. I was kind of like, I like both the side and the total.
In the same way.
But the Angels, I was like, man, I don't want to lay $1.55 with the Angels. But now I see $1.30. I see even lower. At some of the offshore shops. So I'm going to take the Angels with you here at this price. It looks like a discount. I know Sandoval. Look, he's lost 4 in his last 4 starts, but still has an ERA of 4. And Wu gave up 6 runs in 2 innings. We'll see. I mean, he's probably just going to go a couple of innings yesterday. But the Angels, I don't know. Castillo didn't look very Castillo-like.
He hasn't.
We're on a 5-game winning streak right now, Mindy. Just in time, we're rescuing the racing some of those road woes to get back 4 games over 500 all of a sudden, and now it's Seattle that's under 500. Take that. That's what Angel fans are saying, right?
Yeah.
They've almost this has become kind of a they have a little bit of a rivalry, but really now it's getting pretty good with these 2 teams for sure. Seattle's 2-7 in their last 9. Let's take the Angels here and see what the chat has to say. It feels consensus-y. I haven't seen anything yet. Here's Fernando on the Angels.
Space Mountain. Woo! I haven't been on Space Mountain in forever.
Luis is on Seattle, though. And no, not much opinion, actually, on this game. So, all right, that's a look at baseball. Thanks, everybody. Blake, if you're still here, maybe you want to get ready with those. If you have any college plays, like I said, I got 3 premiums out there already. So if you do pick one of those games, or if you ask for, I'm going to just pick a side or a total, and I'll decide which, unless you want to ask specifically. But go ahead, and maybe I have a few other plays while Mindy loads up the plays.
Oh, yeah, I got to do that.
Well, it won't take too long, Mindy. We didn't really get it going.
5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Really get it going. One thing I have been hot on is USFL football.
Yeah.
I think there's no question about that. It's not something we cover here at Tony's Picks as far as in the system. So you get my premium plays right here. And my first game is going to be my premium video play here. It's going to be on the Pittsburgh Maulers today. I like the Maulers. This is the worst game of the two, but the one that I've got the stronger feel in. I'm going to take Pittsburgh. Both teams are under 500 right now, but I like Pittsburgh in this one. The move's kind of been on Pittsburgh.
And they got cool uniforms, I think.
Michigan Open 2. See, I like Michigan's uniforms.
Oh,
They'd
yeah.
be better. But Michigan Open 2, and now it might be actually a pick 'em here. And the other game, Mindy, no pick yet. And if I do, I guess it'll have to be in the Discord. But we made fun of the Showboats after they looked, and now all of a sudden, look at us. Look at the show. Mindy's favorite team here.
Right.
The Showboats are a 1-point favorite against the Breakers. Both teams are 5-3. And we're getting almost to the end of the season here. So this is a big game between the Breakers and the Showboats. I don't know.
Showboats lost their last one, though, right? By like a point or so.
Yeah, but
got that old cheese
I'm not sure about that. I kind of like – I'm not sure. I don't want to – well, I'm not going to have a premium, so I guess I kind of thought the Breaker – I was leading Showboats. Then I'm like, oh, man, I was thinking about what you said, that game. So, all right, let's see here. Blake says
he's coming in with some picks, coming in hot.
Oh, okay. He's got his own picks. You don't need me. I'll find one here. I'll find a game or two here. Duke under. I'm going to mark them so I don't give the same play. That's what I'll do. So Blake says Duke under. Blake says Tennessee over. Okay, so I won't go on that one. And he also says TCU. He's got TCU in their game against Indiana State. He's laying the Blake on there. And he says LSU over, says Blake. All right. See, I got to give it. Oh, that's too big of a favorite, even though I like it. Florida and South Carolina under is going to be my play here on the show. Currently, this one is at, I want to say it's going to be at 11.5. I think, because I'm giving it. Oh gosh. Well, okay, I'll give it out at 10.5. Not going to be a premium, and I like it under, so exercise caution here in this one. That'll be my free play there. Thanks to Blake for those plays today.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Is there any more college baseball questions when we get back?
That was amazing. We got the sports guy.
That was
Ramon got wild and crazy the way there.
Well, I'm having some computer issues, and hit the wrong button there. We need our own intro, by the way, if anybody knows. And I tried to do one, and it got vetoed. It needs to be quick, smooth, some music that's not going to get us kicked off the air. It's got to be kind of original, maybe some of that Apple music, that generic music you can put on there. So if anybody wants to make a Team Steam that has any graphic capabilities, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
There we go. Fernando says, here's Money Lines picks for college. Blake's on the Showboats. Fernando says Champions League final today. Manchester City's going to win, right, Fernando? Come on. I don't know. Maybe if I can get a premium together, I don't know. So sorry about that.
I was wondering where that music was coming from.
And then I couldn't get it off, so apologize. That was not.
I was waiting for me to still be on it, while things were happening, but luckily I was off while I was laughing.
Yeah, sorry about that, you guys. I hope I don't get in trouble. That was totally an accident. Here. I do a few other shows here. So, hey, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and check out our premium picks. I got that 5-pack in the MMA. Get my 5 top plays, including my play for the main event between Nunes and Aldana over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off all of our premium pick packages. We showed you already what we have.
You're not going to try to get back to it?
No. Right, because that's just it. You know what happened, Mindy. Every time I hit that button, it was kicking me off the air. So you can see it was the same exact time of the show that was going on, having a little bit of issues. So check out our premium picks. Here we are. I was able to navigate it without kicking us off the air. Check out our premium picks. There's the GM's got a 3-pack right there that's up. There's my Super Regionals 3-pack for $30. I'll have some more plays in the Discord. Maybe Blake and I can team up and get some consensus plays together.
How about that, Blake? I've not heard of the cross sports before. I think
he's got one in Hollywood Sam. He's got one NHL, one soccer in that Champions League game, and one in Major League Baseball. So those are the packages that are up there right now. All right, great job, great show. Was there anything else we were going to cover? Asante made it today. He's got a college baseball picks here. Let's take a look at some of these from Asante. He's got Wake Forest to beat Alabama. I agree with that. I mean, I'd lay some runs here with Wake Forest over Alabama. Maybe he's taking them on the money line. Thomas, thank you. Always great to have you. He's also got TCU here, along with Blake, I might add, in this one. So
Florida.
Yeah. I'll tell you right now, I like the over in this game. Let me see what it is right now. Indiana State 10.5. I'm going to give it out the over here also as another play on the show. Asante. Mindy, how about that? I'm going to do it just like it's Asante is on TCU and I'm on the over. All right, Asante. That's part of the team right there. Asante also likes Florida in their matchup with South Carolina, the game that I just gave out the under for. Fernando here likes Aldana in the main event. In an upset, Mindy, this would be a major, major upset because Aldana is plus 250 here tonight against Nunes in that women's bout. Here's the thing. I mean, 15 minutes to spend in the octagon is a long time, no matter what gender you are. Most female fights do go the distance, but often those are 3-round fights, and this is going to be a 5-rounder tonight. So I think that kind of makes some interesting things here. Charles says, go LSU. I guess I'm sticking by LSU as my pick to win the College World Series, but they have definitely not looked ready at this point. So anyways, thanks a lot, Mindy. Great. Any more comments? We'll get out of here. Kong's Clips, just want to say hello to Kong's Clips. He's got boxing on the mind. He's got over 10.5 rounds tonight in the Lopez-Taylor fight. Taylor, a $2 favorite. Big fight tonight here on Saturday night. Like I said, there's a lot of sports action.
Right.
Imavov for Fernando as well in the MMA. Butterscotch sends us out of here as always. Thank you so much to Mindy Hahn and everyone. I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.